Hello YouTube, this is Retta. I'm doing part 4 and we're going to go more into Dylan and Mia and probably Woody. So that probably cover part 4 and part 5. Why am I taking so much time breaking down these relationships is I'm trying to understand back then what happened, how things got the way they are. So a synopsis of what I'm seeing so far in the reading was that Woody never looked at Soon-Yi as a daughter, period. He always looked at her in a sexual way. Since, I don't know when he came in Mia Farrow's life or when they were together, but it looks like she was maybe 12 or 13 years old. If someone, one of my people can look that up. When did Woody become part of the family or start a relationship with Mia Farrow? How old was Soon-Yi? Because I'm seeing that ever since he knew her, he never looked at her as anything but a sexual, like, concubine, basically. So, and the cards kind of told me 12, 13 years old that, you know, he looked at her like that. I also see, when I looked at Mia Farrow, was that she was always in competition with Soon-Yi for Woody's attentions. That there was a very big conflict in between Soon-Yi and Mia Farrow, and she looked at her as a contender, competitiveness in regards to Woody Allen. I also see there was 3 people involved in their relationship: Soon-Yi, Mia, and then another person involved with Woody. It also shows that Mia did have some knowledge of what was going down between Soon-Yi and Woody, and that she also treated Soon-Yi not very well, kind of like mommy dearest, and that Soon-Yi took security, you know, looked at Woody as like someone safe to protect her, and she traded in her freedom for security, basically. Whether she was free with Mia Farrow, who knows, but she looked at kind of Woody as like a savior, as a protector. It also shows me when I did the Mia, I didn't catch on until I was watching the video. But at the end of when I was doing, in this last video, when I was doing Mia, and then I seen the Magician and then the Page of Cups. To me, the Page of Cups is, and I didn't say it on the video because it didn't catch me until I watched it back, and then my intuition sparked. It was the Mia video with her as the person, her reading. It showed that Dylan was the Page of Cups. So when I look at Dylan, it kind of goes by her because Dylan is the Hierophant who looks to be, she's one of the Hierophants that look for law and order, so somebody to tell her what to do. And then it showed the Magician. So it showed that Mia was being the magician to the Page of Cups, who was Dylan, and it said student. So Mia was directing the Page of Cups of what to say, what story to write. So I do see that maybe, I don't know, I haven't looked in it yet, we'll find out. Woody didn't do anything to Dylan, that Mia did direct that. So I would like to know who the other woman was. So there was 3 women that Woody was messing with: Soon-Yi, Mia, and another woman at the time. It's a very sad story. It's a very sad story. It's just very sad. So that's why I've kind of divvied everybody up. So it kind of gives me a kind of understanding of what, and it shows that Mia is very vindictive. So I can see her, you know, using Dylan to go after Woody, because how dare he, you know, she's a woman scorned. How dare you, you know, leave me and take my daughter. I'm, you know, her Empress energy that kind of soothed her, pissed her off, basically. So I'm going to look at Dylan right now. Dylan Farrow. I don't know if Dylan is she supposed to be Woody Allen's daughter? I don't know. So we'll see. So Dylan Farrow. And remember, she's the Hierophant. You know, usually, you know, and she's got the temperance. I find that she's kind of emotional. I think Dylan has a lot of emotional issues. And she's very controllable. She's palatable where someone can mold her and get her to do anything. I didn't find the video with the interview that she did very believable. So we'll see. So I want to see Dylan Farrow. Where is she at now? Look at this. The Eight of Pentacles. You know, to me, it's some of the same cards. This is the Sacred Isle Tarot. So it's like getting the job done, you know, working on the details. So is this right now, she's so busy focusing on doing something and trying to work out the details of doing it. Let's see. Brokenhearted. So right now remember I said she's not a very emotionally stable person. So this poor young lady is traumatized mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. She's in a lot of pain. It could be that she's trying to write down her pain or something. Remember, I don't know if she was sexually abused, so we're going to try to figure this out. Or that her going into these details is causing her pain mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. So we'll see. Let's see underneath that. It's very conflict. The Five of Swords is a lot about, and you see all this red and all, it's like, so I think she's kind of torn. She feels a lot of conflict. Emotionally, passionately, there's a lot of conflict in her. And her swords are down. So she doesn't really have a fight to stand on. Her swords are down. She has no defense. She's not in a place of power. All these swords are down. So she has no defense. She cannot even protect herself. Let's see. In the past is going forth with will, force, and determination. The Chariot usually goes with the Tower. So, you know, you go forth on, you know, whatever, and you don't even, you're so focused on going forth that things can blow up around you, and it really doesn't matter because you're so focused and so determined. Who is so focused and so determined? The Six of Pentacles, nothing given, nothing gained. Nothing given, nothing gained. So I'm not sure if that's just, I don't know if that's her leading the charge. Let's see what's on her mind. Is the Hierophant. Remember, the Hierophant is all about giving law and order, someone in authority telling you what to do, going a certain way. So the Hierophant is like law and order, making out of this chaos, making it seem right. There she is. There she is. So I look at Dylan as this Page of Cups. She is also emotionally stunted. She has some emotional issues. She doesn't know how to control her emotions. And she's able to also, with the Page of Cups, is use her emotions for part of the plan, or whoever that's in charge of her can use her emotions to control her, and it's part of the plan. If I see a queen, an empress or a queen of wands show up, that will be very telling. The Eight of Strength, so facing one's fear. The strength is about facing one's fear, and it doesn't look like she's in control. So usually it's about, facing one's fear, but to me, with this Strength card, is that she's not in control. She's not in control at all. Okay? It's still not telling me if she was abused. The Sun. So this is a yes card or her as a little girl. We'll see. The Seven of Wands is as a little girl, she's still unable to. The Seven of Swords is about defending oneself, you know, standing strong and defending oneself at oncoming, you know, aggressors or things coming your way, and you're standing your ground. The King of Pentacles, that's the Father. So this is the Sun card. So the light is getting shined on. The sun is all about illuminating. And this is a little girl, so maybe illuminate the little girls, trying to stand your ground while things are coming at you. And it has to do with the King of Pentacles, which would be like the Emperor, her father, and her family. I think she knows a lot more too, because this card shows up. I think she was close to Sun Yi or had a relationship to Sun Yi. I think she kind of understood that her father had a liking to Sun Yi. And I think she also, yeah, look at this, the family. I think she also knew the family. This is the wand, so that's kind of like sexual. I don't know per se if she is trying to say to defend herself against him. The family and the wands to me is always, so I'm not sure if this is trying to tell me, yes, you know, he was trying to sexually abuse her, or yes, that she was aware of a sexual relationship with her sister and her father. Betrayal. Betrayal. So she did feel betrayed. This Seven of Swords comes out a lot. Betrayal. She felt betrayed by two people. She felt betrayed by two people. She felt betrayed by two people. She feels like she's in the middle of, you know, those two that betrayed her and the others. I think she was well aware of, she's trying to defend herself from defend herself and the family. I think she's in the middle between her father and the rest of the family. The Three of Cups, I think she kind of knew. The Three of Cups, there was three people involved in some type of sexual relationship with Woody. I'm still not understanding if it was her. She's affected so deeply, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. I'm still not sure if he sexually abused her or not. I know that she was aware of the sexual relationship between Sun Yi and her father, but she's in the picture, so I'm not sure if he did have some type of sexual relationship with her. I'm not sure. My intuition, I feel like she feels like she's in the middle. She feels like she's in the middle. The King of Swords. This is like another man, a lawyer or someone in power. Maybe she had to testify or say something. Was she sexually abused? She was sexually abused. She was. I was like, did you hear me say, was she sexually abused? And the Devil card come up. Was she sexually abused by Woody? The High Priestess. Things are veiled. Things aren't always what it seems. She has some emotion. Remember, she is part of the Temperance. She is the Hierophant on the Temperance. She was sexually abused. Was she abused by somebody else? Devastation. She was sexually abused. The King of Cups. I'm not necessarily... The Page of Pentacles. She was sexually abused. I see hoarding one to themselves. I'm seeing a relationship and then holding things to themselves. She held a lot. She knew more of the relationship between her father and Sun Yi, and she kept a lot of it in. She was sexually abused. Came fast. The King of Wands. She was sexually abused, but I'm not necessarily saying that she was sexually abused by Woody. She was sexually abused, but I'm not necessarily saying that she was sexually abused. She lost something of herself to a King of Wands. A King of Wands, someone of power and intellect. She was sexually abused. She knew about the relationship between her father and Sun Yi, and she kept that in. She was sexually abused, but I'm not necessarily saying that she was sexually abused by Woody. It looks like there might have been another man in the picture that was sexually abusing her. She's not very strong emotionally and mentally. I want to see the relationship. And I didn't see her mother in here at all. So it didn't even look like her mother was there to protect her or anything. I want to see the relationship between her mother and Dylan. So Dylan and Mia. Why I keep wanting to call her Maya. Dylan and Mia Farrow. Oh. I swear, these people are like... Whew. Okay, their relationship. She holds a lot of things in. There's, you know, the Four of Pentacles is holding a lot of things in. She hasn't told Mia about this King of Swords. Or she's holding things in. She's not letting it be known about this King of Swords. Sexual. Sexual. Their relationship isn't that great either. Mia's and this. Holding things in about... There's a King of Swords in regards to... In this relationship, another man. A King of Swords abused Dylan. She's still devastated. She's still devastated. She's not in a... this card came up for Sun Yi too. There's a lot of emotional, like, devastation going on. The Hierophant. She directs her. She's told her... She's in control. Mia's in control of the narrative, basically, with this Hierophant. This person is someone of power. This person is someone of power, this King of Swords. The relationship. The relationship. The relationship. What does that mean? Mia directs this relationship and the details. The Two of Cups. See, this is two women. There's usually two people coming together, but this is showing like this relationship, and it was in detail. There's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of secrets and things that are hidden. A lot of secrets, things are hidden, initiation, stuff like that. Oh. The Empress, there she is. The Six, she's thinking a lot about the Queen of Cups. There's that woman again. There's another woman that the Empress looked with. I think she was part of a relationship. I think they had like more people in their relationship back then. I see the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of anger. Not knowing what to do. A lot of loss, but there's a window of hope. She lost some people, lost some things. There's a window of hope. She wasn't paying attention and trying to defend herself. And the Six of Swords is going forth through troubled times. So she kind of led her. I think that Dylan was sexually abused. It wasn't necessarily Woody. I don't think it was Woody. I think it was this man. So it would be an air sign or someone that's in some type of authority, like legal or something like that. very intellectual. I think that Mia knew. I think a lot of this is just telling me that a lot of her children were probably sexually abused. And I also see with this high priestess, that's very, you know, initiation type of thing, spiritual type of thing. I would say, and you guys know, I always talk about these rich people and their sick ways, but I think Mia knew about a lot of these different men having, and even knew about it, and even directed some of these men. I don't know. It wasn't Woody that had sexually abused. That is a narrative that Mia has given Dylan to write. It was another person. And there's also another, she has a lot of mental illness. And Mia knew everything. She knew everything. She knew everything. She knew everything. Oh my God, this is horrible. This is horrible. Oh my God. This is just horrible. Mia looked at like everybody as like someone to be in competition with. She wasn't paying attention. Mia wasn't paying attention at all. Oh, this is sickening. So yes, Dylan was sexually abused. I don't believe she was sexually abused by Woody. I don't like Woody. But I don't think he sexually abused her. I think it was another man. I think Dylan knew about the relationship between Soon-Yi and Woody. I think her mother kind of knew. I think that her mother is into other things. Her mother directs her. I think her mother is also into other things spiritually. And it has to do with sex. There's a lot of sadness in this house. A lot of sadness. Oh, all right. This is part 4. I don't even know. I want to do I'm going to do a relationship reading later between Dylan and Woody. Is that her father? I'm not sure. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.